Languages in contact, multilingual societies, and multilingual discourse. Phase two. Now we know about the monoclose, and then we go to diglossia. Diglossia is a term used to describe situations in which there are distinct codes, which with clear functional separations. So diglossia is a relatively stable language situation in which, in addition to the primary dialects of the language, there is a very divergent, highly codified. Highly codified here means that grammatically more complex than superposed quality to be high of a large and expected respected body of written literature. In the same article, Ferguson, for diglossia, identifies for language situations which show the major characteristic of the diglossic phenomenon. In each situation, there is a high variety age of language and low variety. Each variety has its own specialized functions and is viewed differently by those who are aware of both. In the example, H varieties may be used for delivering sermons and formal lectures, and then L varieties may be used in giving instructions to workers in low prestige occupations or to household servants. A key defining characteristic of diglossia is that the two varieties are kept quite separate in their functions. So, in the previously mentions about in places like servants and also in low prestige situations. And then in the language attitudes and ideologies, the age variety is a prestigious, powerful variety. And the L variety lacks prestige and power. In fact, there may be so little prestige attached to the L variety that people may even deny that they know it, although they may be observed these far more frequently than the H variety, right? Because it can be used in many kinds of conversations. Uh, this feeling concerned natural superiority of the H variety is likely to be reinforced by the fact that a considerable body of literature will be found to exist in the variety and almost none in the other. The literature may also be regarded as reflecting essential values about the culture, and when parts, when parts of it are classical literature deemed worthy of recalling by allusions and quotations, on occasions suitable for the employment of each. Speakers of Arabic, for example, gain prestige from being able to allude to classical sources. The folk literature associated with the Al variety will have none of the same prestige. It may interest folklorists, and it may be transmuted into the age variety by writers skilled in age. And then in the language learning, another important difference between Asian alphabet is that all children learn the alphabet. It is always generally the home language. Some may concurrently learn the alphabet, but many don't learn alphabet in all. For example, the Haitians have no knowledge at all standard French, but all can speak some variety of Haitian Creole. Is that the French mixed with the Haitian? And then the statuses of the H and L varieties. Diglossic situations has, by definition, prescribed statuses for the H and L varieties, unlike other types of societal bilingualism, such as situations in which there is a standard variety and regional dialects. With diglossia, no one learns the H variety as their first language in the home. However, in non-diglossic situations, many people learn what is considered as standard variety of their first language. A diglossic pattern of language use can contribute to societal problems if there is a growth of literacy and when there is a desire to decrease regional or social barriers, or when a need is seen for the unified national language. One situation in which we see some of the social issues associated with diglossia is in Haiti. Haitian Creole was eventually recognized as a national language, with prestigious French. Of course, the other folk languages were made official in 1987. There has been ongoing debate about the most appropriate orthography spelling systems for Haitian Creole, about the use of certain letters and accents, and about whether the differences between French and Haitian Creole should be minimized in the orthography for Haitian Creole, or whether the orthography should be as transparent as possible in relating letters to sounds. In the multilingual discourse, when Ferguson described as narrow or classic ticklish executions, they require the use of very divergent varieties of the same language, and there are few good examples. Fishman has broadened or extended the term to include the wide variety of language situations. For Fishman, diglossia is an enduring societal arrangement, extending at least beyond the three generations period, such that the varieties each have the secure, phenomenally legitimate, and widely implemented functions. Without diglossia, according to Fishman, language shift within three generations will occur as the languages compete for dominance in various domains. Although will not provide an overview of research and code switching constraints, that is the structural features of multilingual discourse and accommodations and audience designs. Accommodations is one way of explaining how individuals and groups may be seen to relate to each other. Another framework which has informed current ideas about language choice is speech accommodations theory, later called as the communication accommodation theory. Speakers sometimes try to accommodate the expectations that others have of them when they speak, and they may do this consistently and deliberately, or be quite unaware of what they are doing. Accommodations is one way of explaining how individuals and groups may be seen to relate to each other. This is convergence behavior. This is divergence behavior. So we have two kinds of behavior here. Divergence behavior, sometimes like if you desire to distance yourself from other interlocutors, the shift in behavior will be away from the behavior of one of another and others. And then an individual may even be prepared to sacrifice something to gain social approval of some kind, for example, shift in behavior and to become more like the other. It's called as the convergence. And that's all, folks, for today in the languages in context second shift. Thank you.